Hey Ryan, it's Tim Slomka. How you doing today for uh, WrestleMania 39, the biggest match of all time, the four-man tag match? Um,
This guy just stole the job. You're hired.
you said to go to me, so I'm stealing your job. So ready to go.
All right, Timmy, what are we here for, buddy?
We're here for the biggest match of all time, the men's four-way tag match, announced 2 days before recording this, or 1 day before recording this. So a little different compared to some of the WrestleMania build, but some tag teams that deserve to be on there and some that maybe don't. So ready to go.
So Tim is the co-host with Justin Pratt of New Gen on a Mission on the No So Network. So this isn't necessarily a match that you can kind of preview. There's no story here. It's a showcase match with four of the, I don't know,
Other tag teams.
middle tier tag teams in the
Yep.
WWE. Maybe management favorite kind of guys. So I said, Tim, I got an idea. These tier systems are hot. You're a new gen guy. Survivor Series 92, Brett and Sean, to Survivor Series 97, Brett and Sean. Let's kind of just pick four tag teams that are similar from that era to four tag teams that are similar in this match. And let's rank them 1 through 4 within that tier system. So we were coming up with it, and let's start with the top. I think this is the best comparison. It's the Alpha Academy, right?
Okay.
You got Chad Gable, stud, Olympic, just sky's the limit for his future, I think, right? And his partner Otis, just a hammer, an anvil type of guy, right?
Yes.
So I figured, hey, this was a short-lived tag with a new foundation with Owen Hart, with Jim the Anvil Neidhart. You got Chad Gable similar to Owen Hart. You get the Anvil, very similar Otis, build, physique, in-ring style, just
facial hair
package. Yes, everything. So I think even though the new foundation doesn't have the longevity as Alpha Academy, let's just rock with it. All right, the next one I went with is the Viking Raiders. So we could have went down a few road here. We could have stretched into the 80s, went Demolition maybe, but the Viking Raiders doesn't really have that allure. We could have went to the Powers of Pain. That would have been a pretty good one, but I don't want to go back. You're a new gen kind of guy.
Yes.
And then I was like, the Nasty Boys are kind of perfect, just in-ring style. They look nasty. They're brawlers. But then I thought about it and I said, nah, I got a better pick. The Head Shrinkers, Fatu and Simone. Just in-ring wise, they're kind of mirroring each other with the double teams, Slash with the high flying. You know, the charisma, they both have it. They got the shitty manager to go with them both ways. The look is very similar in a way too. And then I don't know, I just felt that fit like a glove. And then we're going with Ricochet and Braun Strowman. All right, well, you got two single stars that are, upper mid card kind of guys. And then I was like, yeah, this one's easy. The Allied Powers, Lex Luger and the British Bulldogs. Ricochet and Braun aren't from different nations, but they're single competitors coming to one, both baby faces. Probably, I doubt that Braun and Ricochet will stay a team much longer than 6 months like the Allied Powers. So maybe Ricochet will leave for AEW when his contract's up without telling anyone.
Yes.
All right, and the last one here is the Street Profits, obviously, and this one was hard. I thought, Men on the Mission might be fun. Others suggested the Quebecers, but I just went with straight consistency of a upper mid-card babyface team. And, I just went the Smoking Guns. That's it. Just based off strict consistency.
Consistency and a mainstay. The
Yes.
Street Profits have been around for a while, and Smoking Guns were around most of the new gen era.
Yes. Yeah. So, and they want the smoke, and the Smoking Guns bring the smoke.
Exactly.
Pretty terrible way of getting there, but that's how we got there, Tim. You have anything to add there, or do we do a good job of kind of putting that together?
Nope. All good choices. All good choices.
All right, perfect, Tim. Now let's go to the tier maker, and you understand how this goes, right?
Yes.
So if this is your first time watching a tier episode here, might want to go back, watch some of the great ones from the WrestleMania openers with Aaron, the WrestleMania main events with Aaron, Tim Not the Tool Man with the Undertaker's greatest WrestleMania matches, JT with Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels, and a plethora more. I heard some Marks doing the Hitman, whatever.
Is that you or not yet?
No, who's the Hitman Mark?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's definitely not
Anyways,
Aaron George.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, Tim. Let's start with the new gen here. Eyelid Powers in the B tier. How does that feel for a gut for you? Do you want to? Should we move them down, move them up, or is right in the middle? And if we got to tweak them later, we'll go from
I,
there. What do you
I
think?
think it's perfect for the middle. It obviously is a star power team, but they
Yep.
could never do anything. Never won the championship. Had a main event with Owen and Yoko, or near main event, but never kind of developed. And then by the time the end of '95 came up, or I should say middle of '95, they kind of just disbanded out of nowhere, right? No real feud blowing off, just kind of Luger left for WCW. So I think in the middle of tier for right now is a starting point.
All
Definitely a lot
right.
of potential when they're put together. What do you think?
I think a B tier is good, and we'll give it a reevaluation when the time comes.
Sounds
All right,
great.
let's go with their current day comparison. That's Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Now these guys have really only been tag teams since the new year. Last year during the ride home on Saudi, Braun Strowman was flapping his gums, saying, flippity doodah guys can't do what me and almost just did, so on and so forth. Ricochet clapped back a little bit. Management threw him in a few matches together. Both of them were unsuccessful going for the Intercontinental Championship. And then in a mini feud Imperium, they kind of aligned together. And then they've been having some pretty decent matches together. Uh, I think a C tier might be the pick for right now, but I'm not mad if we want to go B tier. I think there's enough meat on the bones to go stay away from the D for sure. But
Yes.
I think C tier just based off the very short longevity that they have.
Pure tag team, yes, definitely C tier feels right. Obviously, both have a lot of potential other ways, but it kind of feels like this is a team put together, kind of like Luger and Bulldog were two guys that were kind of didn't have everything go on. Let's stick them together. This was a trope of the 2000s, right? Of two guys
Yep.
we don't know what to do. Let's put them together a tag team. So we'll see what they can do. But on pure in ring, I think C's got for as a tag team. I think C is the right spot.
Yeah, they might be one of the better in-ring teams here, but just based off
Yes,
everything else, C tier. All right, let's go next. Let's start with the head shrinkers, right? Let's put them in the B tier and talk about it. I don't know, man. I think this is a great tag team. I love the match at WrestleMania now with the Steiners. They got some longevity within them. They can play goofy. They can be serious and menacing. I don't know, Tim. Should we move up or
I
should we
think
keep them in the
of
B?
the teams that I'm looking at, I think they're in the A tier. They
Yeah.
very stiff squash. Again, watching a lot of superstars and Raws, they are stiff.
Mhm.
They have some battles with the Steiners. Fatu has a great match with Bret Hart early on
Yep.
for a title. Like you mentioned, the tag team champions, some longevity in there. Some goofy stuff, right? They're part of that Survivor Series '93 Doink the Clown match. That's kind of stupid. They a little bit too much of eating raw chicken, but I think from an in-ring standpoint and just a nastiness and to watch their squashes, I'd put them in the A tier.
All right, I like it. So they're counterparts of the Alpha Academy. I'm gonna look, like I said, just like everyone, we put them in the B. But in my opinion, they're not staying there long. They have an all-time match last year at in March before WrestleMania with against Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and the RK Bro, where they lost the tag team titles. I'm moving them up here, and I'm not even if you want to go S, I'm not going S. But if you want to make a case for it and twist my arm, we could. But they got the resume, they got the character work, they've got the continuity, they got it. And
Yep.
they live in the same town. I think they live on the same block in real life.
Yeah. I mean, friends for life. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. They're working towards that S. I don't know. Let's see if we get anyone up there. But if there's a team right now of these teams to move up, if we have to have one S, they're definitely there.
Yes, but I'm a very big Alpha Academy fan.
Yes.
All right, let's go next with your boys, the Smoking Guns. All right. Longevity is key, but they're pretty blah.
They're very blah. Not pretty. Very. And obviously they have a good breakup angle, right, with Sonny,
Yes.
right? So there's longevity to that, but they have a lot of downtime in a tag team division that needed it in 94, 95, 96, and they couldn't bring it. You listen to Wrestling Warzone and the tag team division is a disaster, and it's the reason is because Smoking Guns and the Godwin. So I think B's there because they got the longevity and some title
Yeah.
wins and the Sonny stuff, but a lot of blah.
All right. I'm bringing the smoke
You,
with
you
this one.
do you what do you think on the Smoking Guns? Do you feel right for B or you want to move?
I think the B's just perfectly fine for the Smoking
Okay.
Guns. All right. I'm going to make a pitch, and I might move the mouse again. I'm a big Street Profit fan. I think they hit all-time match, current day with the Usos at the Money in the Bank. SmackDown, Raw, NXT, ran the gamut through all of them while delivering quality matches, always entertaining, always over. If they got the Usos and the New Day push, I think that they would easily be an S tier team. I'm going to go here. I'm going to move them to the front of the line. I don't
Okay.
know if I'm going S, but if we can, once we finalize, I may go S. But
I
any callback?
I love them. Last year, I did a preview with the Street Profits as part of the
Yes, you
Arcade
did.
Bro match, and they were my favorite team out there. Very athletic, definitely have a gimmick. I would be up for S. So we got two teams left, but I
We'll
think
pump
they're
the brakes a little bit, but
yeah.
we'll see. Now, when you can confirm this. When Montez Ford came out in the Royal Rumble, you were sitting right next to me in the Alamo Dome, and I nudged Chad Campbell. I said, "Hey, Final Four, this guy," and then he got bushwhacker looped. He was out in 60 seconds. Very, very humbling experience for your boy over here.
Yes, they have not translated the singles yet, but yes, from a tag team standpoint, I really like them. I think they're very solid.
Yes. All right, we got the new foundation. All right, two great competitors, two Hall of Fame competitors. Do we have enough? Do we have enough to keep them in the B? Because there's
Uh,
not much there. They got a
I
great look.
But I think Coco pulled off the neon pants better, and
Mhm.
they're in high energy short run, so I would move them down to C. I
Move
think
them
if
down to
anyone,
C.
yeah,
Yeah, just like Braun and Ricochet. They don't got enough meat on the bones. Is that Orient Express match their best match?
yeah, but I mean they even split up by WrestleMania 8. They had a very
Yeah,
short run, and I would say again Coco is high with the same kind of look, high energy. It was way better with Coco than this
they
team.
kind of mesh. They mesh better
That's much
together.
better. Yep.
All right, cool. All right, the Viking Raiders. So I'm bringing them right to the A, and we're going to have a conversation. An S tier NXT team. They're a B. They're booked like a C tier team, but they are a B tier team in the WWE. So you got to weigh the NXT. You even want to weigh Ring of Honor and all that jazz. These guys have been together for 10 years.
Yes,
So, but we'll just live in this WWE world, right? So the NXT run, S tier, no doubt about it. Since Triple H has come back and shown some interest in your boys, they're creeping back up, but they've been pushed as a C tier team, and the results have kind of been B-ish. So I don't feel comfortable moving them to the S.
I agree.
All right, let's reassess. All right, new foundation. Are they staying in the C?
Unless you want to move them to D, unless you want someone in
Ooh,
the D, I'm fine with them being in C. If we
I
have
think
if we have to have one D, I'd move them down. They're the team to move down, I think.
there's
But
no rules to move them down.
all right, then
We'll
we'll
just
keep them
keep
at
them
C. We'll
last.
keep them at C. They're
If you want it,
memorable.
I can go make a picture of well done, and we could put them in the D tier.
There you go. Justin Pratt would be pissed about that, but yes, I think we're okay. If no D, I'm good where they are.
All right, so here we go. Ricochet and Braun,
Same.
same, but I'm going to leave them as the high end C tier.
Oh, they could be a team that could be an S team, right? The amount
Oh,
of talent
absolutely.
and play, but right now, yes, C team.
C team, keep them there, but they're seventh. Let's say I'm going to do this. I'm going to move the Smoking Guns in front of the Allied Powers, just based off character work and longevity. Allied Powers, they were together for what 5-6 months, but they were also very boring. You know what I mean? Just after we're pumping our fists and just
Yes.
double biceping. When the bell rang, not much pizzazz there.
I did love their mashup music. I might be the only person in the world, but I like their mashup music.
You and Aaron George are the only ones there. All right, I'm good with keeping the Smoky Guns in the B tier.
Yes, I think so.
All right, so here we go. Our top four. We got the Viking Raiders, Alpha, Head Shrinkers, and Street Profits. Let's work our way from one back. Do you agree with me? Street Profits are one here?
Yes, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, now let's play a little game here. Vikings versus Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy blows them out in the main roster. but the Viking Raiders have that deep NXT resume. What do you think, buddy? What should we weigh more? Who
I like the main roster better.
I agree.
The main roster run better, especially the Vikings have been up for a little bit and nothing to show for it. I think Alpha we gotta go with ahead of them.
Excellent. All right. So how about Alpha versus the Head Shrinkers?
I would flip flop those two.
Really?
As
Okay.
much as I like the Head Shrinkers, I think some of their goofiness it has to hurt them a little bit. They were treated like jobbers a couple times.
Oh,
Can't.
thank you. That's not goofy, but it's over. It's over. 93 writing is much worse than 2022 writing
Yes.
for silliness.
Yes, for
Um,
silliness. Yes.
yeah, man, I know it's last year, but you got to watch that three-way and you got to watch that debate or whatever they had the intelligence things with RK Bro. Chad
Yes.
Gable, Chad Gable, King of the Ring winner. I'm calling it, buddy.
Yes. Makes sense.
All right, and then Street Profits versus Alpha. We got Street Profits 1 here or what?
I am, but you're the host. You're the main man. You make the decision.
I think we're good. All right, so one
All right.
last conversation. Are the Street Profits an S tier team? We got to wait. They've been around since 2019. They've won a plethora of titles. They've stayed over while not winning titles, and I think both of them have a strong singles run ahead of them. Just to make this list more impactful, should we throw them up there? What do you think? This is their fourth straight WrestleMania. They were on the pre-show WrestleMania 37, but tell me a time that a tag team was in 4 straight WrestleManias. That's impressive.
Very rare. Yes, let's move a mess. Let's move a mess.
All right, you ain't gonna twist my arm.
There we go.
All right,
get a little more spread, better spread.
Well, it visually looks a little bit more complete.
Yes.
All right, number 1, Street Profits. Number 2, Alpha Academy. Number 3, Head Shrinkers. Number 4, Viking Raiders. Number 5, Smoking Guns. Number 6, Allied Powers. Number 7, Braun and Ricochet. And number 8 is the New Foundation. That was fun. That's a nice little fun exercise, opposed to kind of, so Ricochet.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about on this, but fun, different deviation for a match that we spent as much time on as they did writing this match. So
yes, so that was fun, Tim. What night do you see this and where on the card? My 3 generic questions, everyone.
I'd say night 2, maybe second match.
Okay.
Kind of after some big opener, and then kind of out there to kind of kill some time before the night gets cooking.
I'll agree early, but I'm gonna go night 1 just based off Charlotte and Rhea are night 1, just to even it out. They put the other girls on night 2.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's the only reason. But I think number 2, night 1, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. What are your expectations? You got a lot of good teams here. You got an S tier team, you got 2 A tier teams, and you got 2 single guys in the D tier, but have a lot of potential. If they were given 12, 13 minutes, this could steal the show. Do you think that they'll get that chance, or are they just going to go up there and have a showcase match?
I think they're going to have a 6-minute match. Let everyone get their couple minutes. This is pretty common for these manias. Everyone gets to tag in, do 2 or 3 moves, one high spot. Won't be bad, right? But we'll be rushed. We'll be rushed, and no major storylines coming out of it.
Exactly. All right, could get a little Street Profits, a little Street Profits pushing, maybe a little. Yeah. We'll see. But all right, who's winning?
Well, if we put him in the S tier, we got Street Profits. Even though I probably think Ricochet and Braun probably end up winning, but I'm going to cheer for Street Profits.
All right, you're going to cheer for Street Profits. I'm going to put my money on the Viking Raiders. I think Triple H has a vested interest in them. I think they're going to split up the unified tag team titles, and I think the Viking Raiders are a team he's going to want to go with and build around on either Raw or SmackDown after they shake up this roster. Tim,
makes sense.
We talked about it for the last 20 minutes. New Gen on a mission. Plug it, buddy.
Yes, every other Tuesday with JP, going from Brendan Shaw Survivor Series 92, Brendan Shaw Survivor 94 or 97. We do Raws, Superstars, and then the pay-per-views. We just got through Royal Rumble 94 and working our way through to WrestleMania 10. And then with you, Ryan, sometimes on Chronoso Monthly. So we're working on Survivor Series 87 coming very soon right around WrestleMania weekend.
WrestleMania weekend for sure. All right, Tim. Thanks for plugging the Chronoso. I would have forgot. And thanks again. We'll catch you next year. All right, buddy?
Awesome. Sounds great. Cheers, man. Thank you.